If you were going to do revenge on the person sitting next to you, what's their weak spot? What's the thing you think you would go after?
Brutal.
You're just jumping into it, aren't you?
Wow. That's a great question.
Thank you
for
so
coming up
much.
with fun questions and
Yeah,
bringing
of
me
course.
energy too.
Yeah.
I got
Nice.
you. I got you.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Guys, good to see both of you. I genuinely love you both, and I love this movie. So seriously, thank you for taking the time.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to jump into this. Obviously, one of the things that we learned from this movie is that if you're going to plot revenge, it really needs to be personal. Like, it's got to cut to the core of someone. You got to know that person. So if you were going to do revenge on the person sitting next to you, what's their weak spot? What's the thing you think you would go after?
Brutal.
You're just jumping into it, aren't you?
We have very limited time.
Oh God. Okay. No pressure.
What would you
What
do?
would you do to destroy me?
Okay, let's switch it.
Weaknesses.
What would you do to destroy you if you were me?
Oh God, this is getting complicated. We have to think about each other's weaknesses first.
But I don't want to think about your weaknesses.
No,
I'd
I
rather
don't-
think about my own.
Okay.
Like
right,
you could
right.
so easily destroy me by like you could steal if you stole my phone and like sent like messages to people that I cared about that like I
that's
didn't
good.
care about them or something.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely do some like phone hacking relationship sabotage.
Going off of that, I think for me it would be like printing my diary pages or like
Yes.
publishing my diary pages.
Yes.
Diary. I sound like I'm 12. My journal.
This is gold. Like right now, everyone behind the scenes is like, all right, we got it. We're good.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I asked Austin and Alicia the same question. Their answer was basically do a junket. And I was like, oh,
Did Alicia say that?
which is exactly, well, it would, Austin said that, believe it or not.
Wow. Okay.
Which-
Actually, that,
yeah.
that tracks.
So I just ignored that. I have to say, one of the great things I genuinely loved about this movie is that it really felt like a really cool callback to like the 90s movies that I loved growing up and like went to Blockbuster and would like look to see if like the tapes were behind, like, you know, something like a Cruel Intentions or like a Jawbreaker or something like that. And obviously there's a great cameo that I don't want to ruin for people, but thinking back to those movies, like the late 90s, early 2000s, like what are any life lessons you learned or you remember watching about when it comes to those movies growing up?
Wow.
That's a great question. Life lessons. I don't know how much like teaching these movies really do for people. My favorite of those movies is probably like 10 Things I Hate About You and Clueless.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like the only lesson I learned was like,
What is the lesson? I mean, I
Heath
know
Ledger's
there's
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know
Well-
there's so many lessons, but I feel like I don't.
Always
Right.
just friendship, like the
Yeah.
value of
Mhm.
friendship. Like I feel like in all of these stories, a lot of the plot hinges on people like mistreating each other and like
Mhm.
forgetting the value of the relationships that they have or that they're making. And then
Yeah.
kind of the end is like this kind of reminder of how much you need to value the people around you that you
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Love that. I love that. Well, She's All That taught us that if you want to be more attractive, you just take off your glasses. That's
That's true. We did learn a
Exactly.
lot of those
Yeah.
valuable
Yes.
lessons.
We
Yeah.
should
Yes.
have done that in our movie.
Yeah. You take off your
Very-
glasses. Sometimes dye your hair blonde. That
Yes.
helps. Yeah.
We
I
had a
tried- I
makeover
tried it.
montage.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, I love that. There is a line of the movie that I thought was really interesting, which is that you know you've reached the top when someone wants to destroy you. Like I instantly wrote that down whenever I heard that because it's such a great line. What is the actor equivalent of that? What is the actor equivalent of you know you've made it when thing X happens?
I mean,
When
I
the
think.
internet turns on you. I mean, like,
Yeah,
like-
no, I think that's true. I think a lot of, when actresses, especially female actresses, when they're on the come up and they're getting a lot of attention and a lot of press and everyone's adoring them, then there comes that time where everyone wants to tear them down and like,
we found your fatal flaw.
yeah, exactly. You're not perfect. We knew it. And
I wasn't think
It's
I was
always-
perfect.
yeah, it's like, I never claimed to be perfect. I didn't ask for this. So I think that's a very relatable line for people
Yeah.
in our industry for sure.
Yeah. Internet sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I love you so much. And seriously, you are absolutely phenomenal in this. So seriously, thank you for continuing to do great work because it makes my life easy because it's easy to come up with fun questions. So I appreciate you.
Thank you
for
so
coming up
much.
with fun questions and
Yeah, of
bringing me
course.
energy too.
Yeah.
I got
Nice.
you. I got you. The best job in the
Yeah.
world. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Have a good
Bye,
one.
guys.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.